unaweka mkono kwa wax, you know, to kind of like trying to relax the muscles, then they're used to. So kila time naambiwa jifijishe hivi, ukiwa huko hospital ufanye hivi nini, naenda Kenyatta, a lot of that. So basically from standard 5, I'm really summarizing on that. From standard 5 to standard 7 mwisho, I never attended school. In fact, I remember I went to school on second term, standard 8. From standard 5 to standard 8. Nilikuwa tu hospitali, physiotherapy nini, operation out of it nini, mkono imekwama, have to go to operation, waivute ikiwa nimekwa, what do you call those, nini, anesthesia or something, that thing that makes you pass out. Ndio waivute kwa theater, ndio scream, nisisikie uchungu, and then they can also monitor so that the brain don't break, and the bones don't break or, get fractures or stuff like that. So standard 5, second term 0 to first term. After first term, so now second term, standard 8. So your gap is standard 6 and standard 7. No school. I know what is running in your mind. How did I get from standard 5 to standard 8? Yes, I used to go to school to do exam. Nilikuwa tu naenda shule nafanya exam narudi hospitali. Naenda end of term naenda nafanya exam narudi hospitali. Yeah. But now this is what used to happen. I would go sit for an exam and become number 1. Number 1. Nikikalia exam number 1. Sisomi, nashinda theater, nashinda wapi, nashinda physiotherapy, naishingi maisha yangu hospitali Kenyatta. 6th floor. Nakumbukanga mpaka wingi ya watoto huko. Naenda first term do exam number 1, second term number 1, mpaka nilienda kushindwa when I went standard 8. End of second term nilikuwa number 11. Na sasa nimerudi nasoma. But all this time I was number 1. One time, the headmaster said that my mom, because then she was a teacher there, that she's stealing exam ahead of time and ananiletea tunafanya revision so nikienda kwangu ni. So she was actually, the head teacher said, my mom, before even the exam came, aende nyumbani amepatiwa hiyo leave, akae nyumbani. I was directly monitored by the head teacher. Evie. By the head teacher. Results number 1. Mpaka wakaachana na mimi na sisomi. This was the miracle. I was talking to somebody. I was telling them, the moment you don't understand the principles of God, that is when the impossibility is obvious. One thing I used to do when I would sit before the exam paper lands on my desk. That's why God is very personal. I don't care if people don't believe in God, Shaudien. But to me, God is very personal. And I know He does exist. Before that paper lands there, I would tell God, you understand my circumstance. You know me. And number 1 is my number. So wherever tunakaa na wewe hapa, tunafanya very simple, innocent kid prayer. And I would do my exam. Composition. Languages and never attend to class to learn. Sciences and never go anywhere to learn. Nothing. Kenyatta National Hospital hakuna library. So siniambie mulikuwa mnasomea huko Nairobi. Nothing. Those people who know account of my teachers used to be like, what is wrong with this kid? Nilienda kushindwa kwa nguvu zangu when I got back to class. Number 11. Sijai sahau kwa sababu nililia. For the first time nimeshindwa. First time. Na saa hii nimerudi. Kwa sababu saa hii ni nguvu zangu nimerudi shule. Ni mimi nimesoma. Na maombi hakuna, si nimesoma, si nifanye. Kushindwa hivyo. Mpaka the final exam, I did final exam. My dad, ndio tuende high school, my dad told me something very deep. my dad told me there is this radio cassette. I was talking about the cassette tapes and stuff. I'll give to you because I was very interested in electronics. I used to love anything that has electricity going on. I used to love it, you know, that ingenious of just loving flow of electricity. Tulikuwa na TV ka battery, so me, I'm the guy who used to fix two batteries. As the charging and alone, me, I'll figure out solar panel, me nipandisha huko. You know, those two crazy boyish thing. So there is that aspect. My dad said, ukikuwa ukipass when the high school, I'll give you this radio. Reward. Hii radio nitakupatia kwa yako. I was like, electronic gadget, wow. This is the thing. My brother, akasema unapatiwa radio, sisi tunapatiwa hii na sisi. He took that radio, he tore it apart. Na radio za kitambo, they invested in wires. Sisi siku hizi electronic gadget ni a piece of hardware, iko na microprocessors na nini, at this plugs to this plugs to this plugs to this, maybe cable ni moja mbili ndani, maybe they inaenda kwa ports za charging system or something, and most of them hata ziko kwa board. Hiyo ni wire red, green, orange, yellow, zimejaza huko ndani mawire. So he took the radio, tore it apart like this. Akaiweka hapo. Me, I looked at that radio, I was like, guy, what wire goes where? Do you know, by the time I was finishing primary school, I had figured it out. Nikafix hiyo radio, nikaichomelea na kisu. Unajua hiyo time hakuna ati sijui soldering gun, hatuna stima nini. Nilikuwa na kisu kwa moto, and then I would wekelea kwa hiyo wire mpaka it solders to the bottom, mpaka radio ikaanza kuongea. So that was the transition. Imagine nimetengeneza radio, announcement ya government, cut line. Me, I remember I had 477 marks out of 700. Our mark time, marks resistance because it ended up to 700. So 477 out of 700. Cut line, it was 479. I missed 2. Oh, radio imeenda. Radio imeenda. I was like, no. So my mom said, baada ya kwenda hizi shule za huku za nini, hizi day school, because that one would have taken me easily. Baada ya kwenda day school, rudia. Nakumbuka that one week nilirudi shule. Si nilichangamkiwa na wali. You know, they used to like pick on me. Kuja, nini, viboko. So like, are these people trying to kick me out of this place or something? Si waniache nisome. Nimerudi, so I'm hii ni final gear now to go and launch off to high school. Then the government made another announcement that the cut line is 475. No, sharudi shule primary kurudia. So my dad was like, finally. Foo! Sisi hata tulienda after the first group had gone. Kasi tulikuwa kwenda from 1 to the end after the first group has gone. So tulienda the second phase na radio yangu. Radio yangu, the first thing I did is kuiuza. Because I knew now nikiacha, kwa sababu siwezi enda nayo shule. Nikiacha huyo brother yangu ndio huyo. So but I use it. I remember I sold it at 100 shillings. My dad has never been as furious. I didn't do anything. He said it was a gift. Umeuza so moja shauri yako. 100 shillings nikauza radio yangu ya cassette. Nikaenda high school. High school was this in our times when we were young. Kisikia mtu ameenda high school, the village was like, kwa fulani kulienda mtu. You see, there was a secondary school, the name, and the high school. The high school was actually coming from a previous education system that had Form 5 and Form 6. That is the one that had the high school. But that name remained even when we had the 844 with the secondary school kind of a thing. So, and it was such a thing. I remember I almost felt like, am I really ready for this? Or I go and repeat so that I become ready for this. And I saw my parents wamehangaika huku kununua mablanketi, magondoro. So I'm like, no, I'm going. Until this one day my dad took me kind of reception wana county za dictionary na kumkanga kamusi dictionary and a few books na nini. And then before my dad even left, so hiyo tusha register na everything. Before my dad left, two guys came. Akaniambia, nimeona umekuja. I'm like, hey, I thought these guys are coming and maybe hug me or something. Guy, nimeona umekuja. And then they did like me. I was like, what just happened? Hey, wakaniambia ati tumekutoa kwa bwebu za primary. So I'm like, I'm trying to connect. What are you people talking about? What is this? You guys are supposed to, we are new guys here. You're supposed to be celebrating us. Hey guys, come on, welcome on board. What? And then some guys came, they said, my mattress was new blankets. They said, oh, you have a long time to live here, so you don't need these new things. They took my new blankets, my mattress, and then they exchanged. They exchanged with the old ones. Wanakuja na blanket mbili mzee. Shika hizi mbili, wewe uko na miaka mingi ya kuishi hapa. So they took the new blanket. That is when I knew, I was almost telling my dad, hey, I think hapa tunarudi nyumbani. But now, when he's finished with bazaar, and then he left. Now, I'm figuring out where to go from there. Then a prefect came. Akaniambia, wewe umeassign a dormitory that was called Holy. There was Holy, there was Kilimanjaro, and there was Mount Elgon. There were 3 dormitories. So we had to look into Holy. I don't know why. It didn't have a mountain kind of a name. Ingekuwa maybe Mount Kenya or something. But it was Holy Dom. So our dorms are very funny because I know most of the dormitories in high schools are actually cubicles where people, maybe 2-3 guys like this, have a door or something. It's really called hallway. Kutoka hapa mpaka huko mwisho, ana big one. So unaingia kwa mlango unawasema kutoka hapa mpaka huko mwisho. So the guy, hey, mono, everybody, mono. I'm like, and then they're like, umekuja na chapo, umekuja na nini? So wanakuja na rundikana kwa box yako. Sukari, mazabuni, mikate, Then one guy came and he said, when Kariuki, when we Mrs. Kariuki, now Mrs. Njoroge, now my mom. Kambia, hey. So now these are the guys who have a beef with my mother. Now me, I'm in trouble. You know what? Your mother taught me music. And that was one precious thing that I still remember today. He was a Form 4. Dark, tall guy looking like a bully. He told me, Sasa, mtu akuguze nione. Like, wow. Then he assigned me to 2 guys, other 2 guys who are in Form 3, who are from our home place. Kuna mono ya Kireaini. So Kireaini is our home place. Kuna mono ya Kireaini hapa, kujeni mchukue, so I speak to her, then nini. Then they realized that I could sing. I was very good in rap music. So they realized I could sing. At that time, there were songs like MC Hammers, the Shabarangs, the Ice-T's, Ice Cube wasn't really much there, Vanilla Ice, those kind of people. So I'd actually taught myself how to do rap. And so they used to say I'm raving with, no, walikuwa nasema na cheesy na maneno ya ngoma or something. There's a way they used to say, so walikuwa nasema, mono kuja tuimbia. So I go to a different dormitory. I go rap. So guys are listening to me. And after 2000, something happened, I'll tell you about it, that actually drained that away. I've seen my son is really good at it. Like, oh, he's picking up those genes or something. But so at that time, I would really do songs. So people wouldn't beat me. They would say, kujo tuimbie. In fact, even after doing that, when they are cooking tea and preparing chocolate, chocolate sukari na maji moto, I would get a cup as a Form 1 people. Like, the other Form 1s are like, ai, Kwani wewe ni nini na sisi tunaambiwa kwanza tupatiane sukari. So you'd get favors because I could sing. I could rap literally. Kwanza especially ragamuffin at that time was the in thing. Sometime when we are when there are games coming, I would teach people, and then also I was gifted in dancing. I was a very good dancer. So yes, that was the break dance. Squeeze na wana sijui ajimi, I don't get. Squeezy, it's kind of very digital, technical. It's also very interesting. Yeah, people don't need to move. You have a lot of space. No, you don't need a lot of space to dance these days. No, natumsi anacheza tu akienda. But at a time you needed space. Songeni. Doesn't mean ni wakati wangu. So you spin on the ground, you jump, you go floor, you flip up, so you really needed a lot of space. I think space is really squeezing people up. So you have to really figure out how to do adaptation in terms of even dancing. So you have to, even ukiwa hapa, you make sure you do your all dance for TikTok. Ukiwa hapa na iende viral. But so that is what actually gave me a lot of favor. Another thing my dad did is he knew the headmaster for the school. So at the end akaninunulia uniform. You see the uniform thing is coming back again. So akaninunulia uniform. Ya shule. My dad was such a prophet. Akaninunulia uniform ya shule. Kumbe form ones wanaenda na home gear. Form ones wanaenda na home gear, uniform itashonewa shule. Are you getting where I'm coming from? Uniform itashonewa shule, watu wapewe. So the first like 1 month, all form ones don't have uniform. Wanakona home gear, mnavaa home gear shule. Okay? Mimi, my dad was a prophet. Uniform. Nikaenda na uniform. So what is going to happen? In my class,